Good evening. Welcome to the workshop session of the Mayor and City Council of the City of College Park. I'm Mayor Bianca Motley Broom. We have a full quorum present with council members McKenzie, Karn, Arnold, and Councilmember Gay stepped out, but he is here and will be returning shortly. And so the first item on the agenda is a discussion of power rates.
Yes, good evening. Good evening, Mayor and council members. A couple of years ago, the power department saw an opportunity to adjust the residential rates, and it's based on our growth. And 365 days, a leap day ago, I brought you a proposal to reduce our summer rates, which we did by about 8%. So tonight,
Councilmember McKenzie?
No, pretty thorough and looks good. It balances out.
Councilmember Carn?
I've got a few, Hugh. Thank you for the update. I'm liking these rates. We're the best in the region. I would like to see the entire list from 1 to 90, 94, to see which, because they're all cities that are these rankings, right?
They're all cities and all EMCs and Georgia Power in there.
I don't think anybody compares to us in Fulton County, but I want to go wider to see if, from that 66 to 94, who else is in,
Sure.
in competition with us, more or less. One of the things we talked about over the years is obviously being that we're fortunate enough to own our own utility. It's a blessing and a curse, I guess you could say. Could we mandate new construction to be pretty much completely electrical with some exceptions? Is that a possibility?
I don't think we can do that.
I'm sorry.
I don't think we can do that. I don't think we can mandate that.
Well,
People have a choice there on energy.
understood. A city manager, what I want us to look at is in what ways we can encourage new builds when these new now when we have a development agreement, we definitely want to put some things in place that are going to, we want them using electric, obviously, to keep rates down for all of the residents, businesses as well. So if it's something that we can do to bring a little more incentive towards new builds, to bring them electric as opposed to gas. And there's some that, businesses that got to use gas, obviously, but
All right, thank you. Good evening, Mayor and Council, staff. It is an absolute honor to be before you this evening to advance this great regional conversation around extending the Atlanta Beltline south into College Park. We've been working collectively for some time, several meetings with our partners and great hosts, the Atlanta Regional Commission, who have really helped steer us in the right direction. We're excited about not just one, but now 2 approvals for federal funding. We're at now $64.9 million. And so today, we want to continue the conversation versus waiting until federal funds hit in 2025. We have been advised by our great partners at the ARC, GDOT, MARTA, to explore starting now. And so we are here before you, as we've done with East Point and Clayton County and later City of Hapeville, to advance the discussion around an MOA for the region. And so John Orr, our good friend, is going to present many details before you with the hope of advancing this agreement and collaboration with the City of College Park. With that, I'll yield to Mr. John Orr.
Thank you, Mr. James. It's council, mayor, city manager. It's a pleasure and honor to be with you this evening. We've got some exciting news for the community that we wanted to present on and basically give you an opportunity to share any thoughts that you might have and any questions we can ask. First of all, we will go in a moment a little bit more about what the actual trail would be. But first of all, I wanted to make sure that you knew as a city council and mayor how critical this corridor is for ARC, the region, really the entire state of Georgia. These are, you can see illustrated on the screen, some of the core goals adopted by the Atlanta Regional Commission. And this is absolutely very critical in advancing first two goals here that you'll see about ultimately supporting healthy, safe, livable communities, core objective, as well as strategic investments. And one of the guiding principles at ARC is helping advance not all these investments, but most particularly heading south out of the city of Atlanta into the cities of South Fulton and Clayton County. Just a quick reminder is that ARC and also the City of College Park, I feel like we've been partners for a very long time in helping advance critical projects in the city. And of course, we did want to draw attention to a couple of these, but one I think that we're very proud of is the Global Gateway Connector. I know that many people have worked a long time getting this project advanced and moving and under construction. And then you can see we've been working very hard on some of the planning studies that are moving forward in the community, everything from DCA plans to also livable centers initiative studies as well. So very proud of the work that the City Council is doing, and Mayor, along with the other partners that are on this project. Of course, would be remiss to not recognize the hard work of the Aerotropolis that has really been a core leader in this vision to expand the Beltline multi-use trail system to the south side of the region. And then, as you can see, of course, your partner cities in Hapeville, East Point, and also a critical partner over in Clayton County. Well, let's jump right into it. A little bit of context is that last fall, all the regional partners got together and said, let's pursue a federal grant for expanding the regional trail network in the south side of the community. And a lot of hard work went into this, including the local staffs, the Aerotropolis team, others. And we actually heard that we were one of the few regions, areas in the country to receive funding at a tremendous level here of about $65 million. Federal reviewers were very impressed by the vision and the projects and program. And we ultimately were funded on this project. And some of you might be aware, in the city of Atlanta, the Stitch project was also funded. We were one of the few regions in the whole country to get two of these reconnecting communities projects that we're very excited to see get advanced. Just on this map to draw your attention to a couple of items, you'll see many segments. In fact, there's 16 different segments on this corridor that basically, and I'll go into a more detailed map here in a moment, but ultimately to carry a multi-use trail all the way from ultimately Clayton County all the way through the cities of College Park, East Point, Hapeville to the Beltline Trail. Absolutely is going to be just a spectacular project. And this would include more than just the trail. It would be looking at things such as stormwater management, and looking at part of this is how can we connect other trail networks together with this core spine trail that we're working towards. Well, one of the items I wanted to share with you first of all is like working from the north down to the south. Is like ultimately what is some of the initial concepts that are coming together for the corridor. First of all, beyond Main Street, where the city of Atlanta is working to extend the multi-use trail from the Beltline all the way down to Lakewood MARTA Station, is that's a project that's underway. With construction due to start in the next couple of years on that. And so this segment too would basically take that alignment further south all the way down to City Hall over in East Point. You can see a couple of other segments that are nearing or at construction in East Point. For this segment 3, that's right in front of the MARTA station there. And then ultimately extending that construction further south in the city of East Point, heading south to the city of College Park. And then ultimately you can see it's in that purple line where basically the trail network would head south to Willingham and then down to Headwaters Park. Then moving towards this other segment, let me go ahead and jump to this other screen here so you can see a little bit better. A very critical segment is then ultimately getting from Willingham on Main Street on down south to the College Park MARTA station. And this area is very critical because, of course, that's where a lot of the trail networks come together that are under construction right now. And so we think that this is just going to be a spectacular project. I think over the coming years that College Park, East Point, will have one of the nicest trail networks really in the whole region, especially if we can get this segment constructed on Main Street all the way down to College Park. Now, the first phase of this is like, as part of the grant, is to get scoping and engineering done for this segment. There's not been a lot of engineering done before, and as I'm sure many of y'all are familiar, there's going to be some tight right-of-way down there. They'll have to be really looked at, see what's feasible. But it's absolutely the goal to get the trail network all the way down to the MARTA station. Then you start looking at heading to the east for the trail network. One of the key things is that, excuse me, let me get caught up on my slides, is that getting over through Hapeville on a variety of roads, you can see like from the Loop Road, Virginia Avenue, and then ultimately getting to the International Terminal would be a multi-use trail. Hapeville would be leading a lot of the work and design for that right there. And so this would similarly be scoping and engineering for this segment.